Not yet. The people here they're a little distrustful of the media because they said the media's blown this up and kind of caused the attention to come on us, and now we're getting all these negative repercussions, where before we were just kind of left alone to do our thing. One thing though, a church paid for some porta potties for. They got 4 porta potties out there for the people, and the city came and removed them after 4 days. They said no, they're not allowed to have porta potties out here. So, these guys are literally, creating little makeshift bathrooms. The one guy we've interviewed who actually, he has like 5 or 6 tents set up with, wind barriers and stuff. He actually made himself a bathroom that, that they can use. And for his group.
Yeah, so the city claims they want sanitation's why you've got to go to the prison, and it is a little prison, but then you can't have porta potties out there. This is just outrageous. Now, what did you guys witness in Los Angeles?
Los Angeles is, we drove around to a lot of areas. We didn't see a lot of tent cities set up. We were in we went to South Central, we went to Koreatown, and just driving around the whole city. Jason kind of knows the city by the back of his hand. We start off in Long Beach. We went to a park where supposedly, he said when he lived there, there was a ton of homeless people there.
Oh, I've seen a tent city in downtown L.A., but go ahead.
And
I guess they're always moving them, so they're hard to find. Yeah,
I think they are. Well, apparently they had some in Long Beach, and we talked to a couple people there, and they said no, they moved them out a couple weeks ago, and they even gave us a tip saying they brought them to this national an Army Reserve base, and they gave us the address. We went over there. We didn't see anything there, and it looked like it was kind of closed up. But there was a few vehicles and a few buildings, but we didn't see anybody around.
Well, yeah, they probably moved them there and then somewhere else. That's the scary part. You can't go sleep in a park, can't sleep on a bench. Most places they arrest you. Can't go put a tent in the woods. They show up. And so, I was in L.A. a couple of years ago and saw little tent cities and shanty towns. So you're saying those are basically gone. So where are these people going?
I don't know. We met a guy. We were driving down this road, and we saw an interesting billboard that has David de Rothschild on it, looking like Jesus Christ, talking about how he's this eco warrior, which we got some footage of. And then just down the road from there, there's this big sign that this guy, wrote about, where's my bailout, Obama? And he had this nice little kind of poem written. We went in and interviewed him, and he's losing his small business that he put a second mortgage out on his house to get this loan to teach massage. He's like a chiropractor and a massage instructor. So he set up his school, and it was going good, but a lot of people, he's letting people in for, kind of free or discounted rates to teach him, because he's out there just trying to help people and teach people. And he wasn't able to keep up with his payments, and his the person who owned that building, finally had to cut him loose, and she gave him the end of the month to get out. And so he's got no way to make money now, and he's got a house that he's about to lose, and he's worried, he might, in 2 or 3 months, he might be out on the street, and he's unable to get the loan. They won't give him another loan. He's just kind of in this weird area where, he wasn't able to make his payments for a couple months, and that just snowballed into, well, now you have bad credit. Now you can't, we're not going to give you any money, and now you're going to go live on the street, basically.
Okay, but great. Great that you're getting all this footage. Too bad for him. Specifically now, you're going to get me the phone numbers for some of these people, their names. We can have them on the show, and so they can report to us when things happen. Tell them don't lose that number. Okay. Secondarily, I want to get you down there to see them showing up to have their cars and their bicycles locked up as they go into the camp. Have you talked to them about letting you get into the camp, the government facility?
In the Cal Expo, I haven't. We haven't gone up there. We're going to go up there in a little while just to scout it out and see what it's like. We're going to be back at the bus depot pickup by 3, and we're going to interview some people at there's a couple of homeless shelters. Basically, from where the tent city is, you walk through a small neighborhood that's got a couple streets of houses, and then a lot like industrial park type stuff. There's a concrete maker, a granite place, and then an old machine shop. And you walk through that, and you hit 16th Street, and then you have a lot of the homeless shelters that are pretty much there at capacity. And but
I want you to go get footage how those are at capacity, or have you already gotten footage of that?
We have not got footage of that yet. So that's what we're doing today. And then we're going to head back up tonight. A couple people have, they said, yeah, come back up. We'll we'll show you how we live, how we cook dinner. And, they actually, they're able to find food. When they work, they make the money and they don't have to pay for rent. So they are able to use that money for cell phones or for food.
But the key is now, if they're forced into the tent city and they've got to be out at 5, in at 3, there's no way for most of them to be able to get jobs that they now have. So here's the system making it where they can't live.
Exactly. And then by them trying to better themselves and get a job, that option is taken away from them. And that's the crazy part about it, Alex. It's like, the government wants to pretend like it's going to help these people, but by trying to help them, they're just they're making them more dependent on the system, which is what I think they want to do, to have that control over them.
All right, specifically, where is Jason right now? Is he still interviewing people?
I think he's still interviewing. I haven't seen him yet. I walked back to the car. It's about, from where we parked, it's about a half a mile hike in, and over the...
Well, I'm sorry I said I would have you on last hour, and then now I had you on this hour, so I know that kind of messed you guys up. Sometime tomorrow, do the hike all the way down through, to show, and find some of the hermits back there in the back, because we need to give people a clear picture of this. But it's key, and you're doing a great job, by the way, Rob, to get lots of footage of the other homeless shelters at capacity and this larger archipelago of homeless people now exploding in size. Get back to work, my friend. Good job.